Tim Black. Hey people, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black. Go get yourself some coffee and usher in the holidays. Keith Ellison. I did videos on him before. He's running as the lead, or he was the lead for the DNC chairmanship. Out of Minnesota, the man to beat. You may recall he's the one who had the balls to say Trump might win. In a room full of liberals who could no way foresee Hillary Clinton not winning the presidency. Keith Ellison is also the man that was endorsed by Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Chuck Schumer. The go-to guy would seem a shoo-in for DNC chairmanship. I pushed back against people like Jimmy Dore, who called out Ellison on Syria, the fact that he supported the go back in on Syria. That was only after I talked with Mr. Ellison, and he, in confidence, off the record, gave me what I thought was a very thoughtful response and why he thought it was important. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. There was also the link of Soros money to his campaign, which many people brought to my attention. And to that, again, I said, well, gosh, I don't know if I can get over that one. I want money out of politics. Going forward, maybe, if he changes his opinion on that. Then I had to look, well, he's running against Howard Dean. Howard Dean, a corporatist, a lobbyist. And what's he doing now? He's lobbying for big pharmaceutical companies. And he's trashing Bernie Sanders. So, yeah, I still feel good about not supporting Howard Dean. But back to Ellison, I just had problems wrapping my head around the Soros money. I left it alone for a while because, like some people, I liked the tone that Ellison had after the election in 2016, after the general, after Hillary loses. Ellison was talking about turning the Democrat Party around and making it the party for the people and speaking to the needs of working class people, regular folks, just trying to make it, trying to get by, and how the Democrats had lost their way, focusing on corporate interest. And it all sounded good. Pause on Ellison. There's a man by the name of Dwight Bullard. He's running in Florida. Dwight Bullard was sandbagged because of things that he did in his past. He took a trip. He took a trip to Israel. He had a guide. He didn't know the guide, and the guide turns out to be somehow tied to a terrorist organization, and the whole anti-Semite thing came up and bit Dwight Bullard and destroyed his candidacy. Dwight Bullard never really recovered from that. Claims of being anti-Semitic. These are the same types of claims that plague Ellison. What's that got to do with Ellison? Well, just recently, Ellison endorsed a billionaire in Florida by the name of Stephen Biddle. Was he a billionaire? I don't know. He's got so many millions. I just rounded up to billion. But maybe he's a multi-millionaire. Stephen Biddle, oil guy, big-time developer guy, real estate mogul guy. He endorses, a Bernie Sanders supporter endorses a billionaire, millionaire, multi-millionaire over another Bernie progressive endorsed by Bernie Sanders by the name of Dwight Bullard. And guys, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Some of you know I'm trying to wrap my head around it because I've contacted you to see what you thought. To I don't know, I need to understand, why would he do it? Maybe it's because he thought he had no choice because Dwight Bullard is facing the same type of scrutiny that may sink Ellison. The fact that Ellison back in the 90s went to the Million Man March and met Farrakhan and liked him and said some things about Farrakhan back 25, 30 years ago that people don't like, that he think now is linking him to anti-Semitism. Okay, so here we are now. We're wondering if Keith Ellison is good enough. And in my conversations with Warner on the record, Nina Turner says she's upset. She's upset that Ellison did not back a progressive, instead backed this multimillionaire. And I'm upset. And many people are upset, and that makes sense. Well, here's the thing. Even if Keith Ellison is speaking the right tone, if he's understanding the need to bring all sides together, to push and bring in progressives, not make the mistake of a Hillary Clinton and embrace the real left, not the mushy left, which is full of corporate liberals, but the real left, the people who are radical in the sense they want change from the bottom up. That's not enough. It's not enough just to be that guy when you support multimillionaires over progressives, even if it is expedient. It's not good enough, Keith. It's just not. You know why? Because if I let it be good enough that you say the right things, that maybe your heart's in the right place, but you're playing the corporate BS game in order to raise money, and then you endorse a money guy over the guy you know has the heart where it needs to be, it's not enough. Because if I overlook it, Keith, what I'm doing is I'm being too pragmatic, like so many others who I don't even know how you call them, forward-thinking, truthful fighters for the people. You start getting into that pragmatic alley where you condone anything and your standards become eroded in overthinking, trying to develop relationships. So no. In my opinion, it's not good enough, Keith Ellison. I need a better explanation. Besides, you sent out a tweet saying that Hillary Clinton's been smeared over the last 25 years, and if you're a liberal and you listen to the smears and you are endorsing 25 years worth of GOP tactics or something like that, and dude, I don't even know where that's going, sir. You endorse a man endorsed by Debbie Wasserman Schultz. End of press conference. End of conversation. End of sanity. If the hopes of the Democratic Party leadership going in a new direction hinges on a chair who would find that reasonable, then I wonder if they're worth saving at all. I'm Tim Black. This has been Tim Black Coffee with Tim Black. See me at TimBlackTV.com. Don't blame me. I voted for a revolution, and I fight for one every day. I won't be fighting tonight, though. I won't be having a show tonight due to lack of emails, lack of letters written to me about the show and what we're doing and stuff like that. But I will be back tomorrow for a very engrossing conversation with all of you on Freedom Friday, where you get to call up to my show and comment and rant for 5 minutes on any topic. And heck, that topic could even be Keith Ellison. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Is Keith Ellison good enough for DNC chair? He might be, but is he good enough for us? Good enough for me? Good enough for the values we say we want to uphold? He's got to do a little bit better. Maybe a lot better. Hit me up, Keith Ellison. I'd love to bring you on to hear your side of the story, but as of now,
bye, Felicia.
Peace.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.